Joseph's life did not unfold the way he imagined. He was young when he first sensed that his life held meaning beyond the ordinary. He had dreams, vivid, unmistakable dreams that hinted at purpose and leadership. Like many of us, he believed that clarity would come quickly, that favor would be smooth, and that the path forward would be simple. He was wrong. Joseph's dreams did not make him admired. They made him misunderstood. And in the quiet spaces between words and glances, jealousy began to grow among his brothers. What started as resentment soon hardened into betrayal. One ordinary day, Joseph walked toward his brothers, unaware that his life was about to change forever. They stripped him of his coat, the symbol of favor, and cast him into a pit. In a moment, he went from beloved son to unwanted burden. Then they sold him. Betrayed, displaced, forgotten. Many people know that feeling. The moment when life shifts without warning, when what you trusted suddenly disappears. Joseph knew it deeply as he was carried away to Egypt, a foreign land with no familiar faces, no language he knew, and no control over his future. Yet this is where Joseph's true story begins. In Egypt, Joseph was sold into the household of Potiphar, a powerful official. Though stripped of his freedom, Joseph refused to surrender his integrity. He worked faithfully, consistently, and with excellence, even when no one was watching. And slowly responsibility found him, trust followed. Favor rested upon his work. Joseph could have allowed bitterness to shape him. Instead, he allowed faith to anchor him. But integrity often invites testing. When Joseph refused to compromise his values, he was falsely accused and thrown into prison. Once again, his life collapsed without warning. Once again, obedience seemed to lead not to reward, but to loss. This is the season many people struggle to understand, the season where doing the right thing feels costly, where faithfulness appears unnoticed, and where silence stretches longer than expected. Joseph endured. Prison became another place of preparation. He served others. He listened. He encouraged. He remained aligned with God, even when circumstances gave him every reason to despair. And the gift within him, the ability to interpret dreams, continued to make room for him. Joseph helped others find clarity, yet his own deliverance seemed delayed. He asked to be remembered. He was forgotten. Time passed. Then one day, everything changed. Pharaoh, ruler of Egypt, was troubled by dreams no one could explain. In that moment of uncertainty, Joseph was remembered. He was summoned from prison to stand before the most powerful man in the land. Joseph spoke with humility and courage. He did not claim credit. He pointed to God. He interpreted the dreams and offered wisdom, not just understanding, but a solution. Pharaoh listened. In a single moment, Joseph's position shifted. The prisoner became a leader. The forgotten became second in command. The one who endured in silence was entrusted with influence. But Joseph's story was not finished. Years later, famine spread across the land, reaching even the home he had lost. His brothers came to Egypt seeking food, never recognizing the man before them. Joseph recognized them immediately. This was the moment everything had been leading toward. He had power now, authority, control. He could repay betrayal with punishment. He could rewrite the ending in his favor. Instead, Joseph chose forgiveness. He wept. Joseph revealed himself and spoke words that still carry healing across generations. You meant this for harm, but God meant it for good. Joseph understood something life eventually teaches us all, that alignment with God transforms pain into purpose. That endurance is not wasted. That forgiveness is not weakness but freedom. Joseph's story is not just about dreams fulfilled. It is about identity preserved through suffering. It is about integrity maintained in private seasons. It is about faith that outlasts delay. It is about courage that chooses obedience when the cost is high. And perhaps the most powerful truth of Joseph's life is this: what was meant to break him became the very path that shaped him. If you find yourself in a season of waiting, if you are doing the right thing and seeing no reward, if you are carrying dreams that seem delayed or forgotten, Joseph's story reminds us that God is still working in the unseen. Your identity is not defined by betrayal. Your purpose is not canceled by delay. And your story is not over because the chapter is hard. Sometimes the greatest alignment happens in the deepest endurance. And what feels like a setback today may be the very thing preparing you for who you are becoming.